Hello, once again. Time to take a look at what is happening in the world of grain markets. I'm Susan Littlefield here on the Rural Radio Network, and joining us today is Sue Martin. Sue is with Ag and Investment out of Clarion, Iowa. And, as I was glancing at the markets, we have had a little bit of a struggle today in our grain complex. But first, we'll talk about these elections in Germany and how you see those weighing in on the trade.
Well, I think they're rather important. First off, Germany, of course, is a major economy in Europe and the European Union, and if not one of the leading. And their economy has really been in the tank for quite some time here. And of course, they're dealing with the same issue of illegal immigration. The current president, who's rerunning and is in the lead, supposedly to the polls, has had the economy. He addressed or accepted climate change, and through the process, it put people out of work. It really hit the economy pretty hard, and businesses closed, and so there's been a little discontent. Now there's a person that is an individual that is running against him and is a close second, and or right behind him in the polls. And of course, the media doesn't really like him. Sort of sounds like the US. And he's also thought to be a little bit like President Trump. So if he were to win, that could change the landscape quite a bit for Germany. And we could start to see a more reciprocal European relationship. We wouldn't possibly feel as concerned about war right now. So it all comes into play, and again goes with Ukraine and what have you. So I think that it's kind of important. I think that since President Trump has been talking about our tariffs with Europe, with the European Union, it plays into that. The other thing too that I'm watching here, of course, is this next week. We're into a week from tomorrow, March 1st. We're into a new month, and of course, again, Mexico and Canada had till March 1st. So it's going to put this market into an apprehensive situation as we go towards next weekend. And of course, March corn and March soybeans, March wheat, the March products, they go into first notice day of deliveries. So longs are trying to find their way out the door. I think this afternoon, we're going to see the Commitment of Traders report show the managed funds as having lowered their long position in corn, even though we have seen new contract highs.
So as we get ready to wrap this up real quick, corn acres, are you hearing those rumors that we might see more numbers?
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to see up to 3 million more acres of corn. And the beans, maybe 2.6 million acres less. The only thing is, when it comes to beans, I think we're going to see beans compete against cotton for acres and pull acres away from cotton. And so that'll be a game changer, or something that'll come into play as we move in towards spring. The one thing we have going this year, we believe that we're into, that old saying, late Easter, late spring. And we're wondering if we aren't looking at a type of an April 20th is our Easter. And we're wondering if we aren't looking at an April that's going to be cold and wet could include snow. And therefore, planting season doesn't get off to a good start. And that could play a hand in corn acres as well.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks so much, Sue. Appreciate your time. By the way, folks, you can catch more comments from Sue as she joins me later today during the channel Final Bell. You miss it as a podcast, pick it up at our website, ruralradionetwork.com. I'm Susan Littlefield for the Rural Radio Network.